Before you sign your next construction contract, there's one area that consistently causes delays, compliance issues, and unexpected risk: environmental insurance requirements. These requirements are often buried in contracts, misunderstood, or reviewed too late in the process. When they're missed, projects don't start on time. In some cases, they don't start at all. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through a clear 5-step checklist you can use before signing a contract to make sure your insurance is aligned with what's actually being required. First, confirm whether the contract requires pollution liability insurance. This is not always labeled clearly. It may appear under environmental coverage, contractor's pollution liability, or site-specific liability requirements. Many contractors overlook this because it's embedded in standard insurance language. But if it's there and you don't have the right policy in place, you will not meet contract compliance. Second, verify whether your current policies actually cover environmental exposure. This is where most assumptions break down. General liability policies typically include a pollution exclusion. Environmental claims such as contamination, discharge, or site disturbance are not covered. So even if you have an active policy, it may not respond to what the contract requires. Third, review the specific coverage requirements in detail. Contracts often go beyond simply requiring a policy. They may define minimum coverage limits, project duration requirements, completed operations coverage, specific endorsements or wording. If your policy does not match these requirements precisely, it can be rejected during the approval process. That creates delays, often at the worst possible time. Fourth, evaluate how subcontractors are handled. Many contracts require that subcontractors carry their own pollution liability coverage. In other cases, the responsibility may fall back on you. If this isn't clearly addressed, you may be assuming additional exposure without realizing it. This is a common gap, and one that can create significant liability. Fifth, and most important, timing. When are these requirements being reviewed? For most contractors, it happens late, right before the project certificates of insurance are requested. That's when issues surface, and at that point, your options are limited. You may need to restructure coverage quickly, request changes, or delay the project entirely. The better approach is to review these requirements before signing the contract, while you still have flexibility. At a high level, this process comes down to 3 questions. What does the contract require? What does your current coverage provide? And where are the gaps? Once those gaps are identified, they can be addressed in a structured way. Because the goal here is not just to have insurance in place, the goal is to have coverage that aligns with your contractual obligations, so that when the project starts, there are no surprises. If you're reviewing contracts, bidding work, or operating in environments where environmental exposure is possible, this is something you want to get right before moving forward. If you want help reviewing your insurance requirements or identifying gaps in your current coverage, you can visit the link in the description to learn more, or schedule a call directly. We work with contractors in these situations every day and help structure coverage correctly before it becomes a problem. Thanks for watching.